Men are so simple. They are ruled by invisible chains they never see. Machiavelli. The air hangs heavy thick with the silence of betrayal. You stand in a room that feels too small, the echo of a broken bond clawing at your chest. A friend who swore allegiance, a lover who vowed forever, a brother who promised to stand firm. They all turned away when your strength flickered. Their eyes once warm, now cold, reflect a truth you dodged. Their obedience was a mask. Their devotion, a shadow that vanished when you needed them most. The masculine wound bleeds here, in the quiet heartbreak of abandonment, where you built a throne, on fear, on charm, on promises that turned to ash. The pain isn't just loss, it's a mirror, exposing the illusion you called power. You thought dominance was enough. A sharp command, a clenched fist, a warm smile, surely they'd fall in line. But fear fades, charm cracks, promises dissolve. Machiavelli didn't just watch kings fall, he saw why. The untouchable ones, the rulers who held loyalty, even in exile, didn't chain men with threats or beg for love. They forged chains of dependence mirrors, reflecting what men crave: status secrets, a place to belong. Loyalty isn't forced. It isn't loved into being. It's engineered, a web so subtle they mistake it for freedom. This is the raw truth. To rule your world, you must become the gravity they orbit, the mirror they chase. Here on Philosoul, we don't flinch from the hurt. We stare into the mirror of betrayal and see what hides behind it: the machinery of power, the alchemy of loyalty, the man you must become. This isn't about empires, it's about your circle, your life. The friend who drifts, the partner who wavers, the allies who crack under pressure. You can bind them not with force but with need. Some call it manipulation. Machiavelli called it survival. The line blurs when sovereignty is at stake. Are you ready to face the chains you've worn, mistaking them for love? To see the mirrors you've chased, only to find they reflected someone else's power. Subscribe to Philosoul, not for noise, but for the voice you've ignored too long, your own. This is where illusions shatter, where the pain of abandonment becomes the fire of dominance. Choose awareness, choose truth. Let's forge the chains. You thought fear was power. A cold stare, a raised voice, and they'd bow. But obedience isn't loyalty. It's a leash that snaps when you turn your back. Machiavelli saw it. Kings betrayed princes, toppled their thrones built on sand. Fear creates order, not loyalty, he whispered, and the truth cuts like a blade. The masculine wound festers here in the delusion that control equals allegiance. Have you ever mistaken obedience for intimacy? Felt the warmth of their compliance, only to find it cold when your strength wavered. The sting of that moment, the glance that said, "You're alone," is the mirror of your failure. Fear breeds resentment, not devotion, the fearful plot in shadows waiting for your weakness. The untouchable rulers, the ones whose names echo through history, didn't just rule. They were magnets drawing men not with threats, but with need. They held up mirrors showing their followers status, purpose, a glimpse of greatness. Loyalty isn't about force, it's about need. You don't demand allegiance, you engineer it, forging chains they wear like badges of honor. Here's the raw truth. Loyalty is crafted, not earned. Forget love, it's a fleeting spark. Forget fear, it's a fire that consumes itself. Bind them with what they can't live without: opportunity, belonging, a secret that burns in their chest. Give them a place in your world no one else can offer, Machiavelli urged, and the genius is brutal. You don't threaten, you provide. A favor so large they'll never repay it. A door only you can open. A mirror that shows them as someone, not just anyone. Picture it, you lift a man when the world turned its back. You vouch for him when doubt was his shadow. You hand him a piece of power he'd never touch alone. That's not kindness, it's leverage. He doesn't serve out of gratitude. He serves because leaving feels like cutting off his own arm. Modern titans, CEOs, mentors, teachers, even parents master this. The teacher who shapes a student's mind, the friend who offers a rare connection, the father who gives his child a name to carry. They forge chains disguised as gifts. Did they change? Or did you just stop seeing the mirror they held up? One minute they're grateful, the next they're yours. This is strategic fulfillment, the art of making your presence a necessity. You become the source of their status, their protection, their story. Not by locking doors, but by creating orbits. They don't just obey, they crave you. The masculine pain of being unseen drives this men hunger for a mirror that says they matter. Give it to them, but make it rare. Let them chase the reflection only you provide. But need alone isn't enough. Loyalty must become a habit, a rhythm, a breath they don't question. This is where the game deepens. You don't help once you make help a pattern. A weekly check-in, a private ritual, a shared secret that builds a wall between them and the world. Secrets are not gifts, they are anchors. Machiavelli knew, and the weight is subtle. Every meeting, every nod of approval loops another chain around their soul. The masculine wound of isolation heals here in the fire of belonging. Public praise is a masterstroke. Call out their loyalty in front of others, and they'll fear losing your light more than your wrath. A man craves recognition, a mirror that says he's chosen. Give it but sparingly. Let them chase it. Soon they're not just loyal, they're addicted to the reflection you provide. Pause here. Feel the weight. You've stirred a storm in their hearts. Let them feel the chill of your absence, then the warmth of your approval. This is the power of non-reaction. By staying still, you shape their world. Rituals bind tighter than words. Weekly gatherings, private codes, ceremonies only the chosen know these weave loyalty into life's fabric. Every repetition is a chain, every ritual, a mirror reflecting their place in your orbit. They don't just serve you, they defend you because your success is their proof they matter. Now the truth gets darker. The most dangerous loyalty isn't gratitude, it's addiction. You become the source of what they value, most: access, status, protection. Not a one-time gift, but a habit. Give generously but unpredictably. Sometimes offer, sometimes withhold. Make them chase the mirror of your approval. Unpredictable rewards build obsession, Nietzsche might say, and it's the psychology of every cult, every casino, every heart you've ever chased. Controlled scarcity is your weapon. Make your favor rare, your resources precious. When they don't know if you'll say yes or no, they work harder to please you. Predictable rewards build routine. Unpredictable rewards build obsession. Teach them something only you know. Help them in ways no one else will. Create experiences they can't duplicate. This is how you become irreplaceable. The idea of losing you becomes a quiet terror, a chain they wear without question. Shared suffering cements it. Put them through trials, real or crafted, and they'll feel you're in it together. The masculine wound of isolation heals in the fire of struggle. They don't fear you, they fear losing the family you forged. Loyalty becomes a survival instinct, a mirror they protect at all costs. They police your circle, guard your secrets, because betraying you is betraying themselves. Loyalty isn't static, it's fragile. Machiavelli never trusted blind allegiance. He tested it, stirred storms to see who'd stand firm. Create a crisis, withhold your support. Watch who doubles down and who looks for the exit. The complainer today is the traitor tomorrow. This is the power of non-reaction. By staying still, you reveal their truth. Have you ever seen loyalty crack under pressure? Not with a scream, but a whisper. Test newcomers. Make them wait. Struggle prove themselves. Every trial is a mirror. They see their worth through the effort they invest. The strong value their place more. The weak fall away, and you lose nothing. Reward the faithful publicly, even with small gestures. Cut the disloyal swiftly with icy consistency. The masculine pain of betrayal teaches this trust is earned, not given. A sudden shift in loyalty, an overeager pledge, these are red flags. The most dangerous man isn't your enemy, but the friend who wants your throne. True power expands, but not by chance. Loyalty must infect others, a chain linking your inner circle to the world. Make your loyalists ambassadors. Let them tell your story in rooms you'll never enter. Their praise, their defense, it's a mirror reflecting your dominance outward. Reward those who bring new followers, turning recruitment into pride. The masculine need for legacy drives. This men want to be part of something eternal. Make access to you rare. Let the world know the path to your circle exists, but not for everyone. Drop hints of privileges only the loyal receive. When people see loyalty brings transformation, they'll compete to join. Symbols cemented. A crest, a motto. A handshake only the chosen know. These are chains they wear like armor mirrors, proving they belong. But growth invites risk. The larger the circle, the more traitors slip through. Guard the gates. Test every newcomer. Divide influence so no one holds all the keys. Punish betrayal publicly, but without rage, rage is weakness. Consistency is sovereignty. Let your loyalists police the circle. The more they invest, the less you control. Loyalty becomes a living thing, self-correcting, always watching. Light versus shadow. Your inner circle shines, while outsiders scramble for a glimpse. This is the paradox. The more expensive loyalty is, the more they crave it. The wound of betrayal still lingers, the friend who turned the love that faded, the circle that broke. You felt it, the quiet heartbreak of an unanswered call, the pedestal cracking under weight it couldn't hold. But now the mirror shows clarity. You didn't lose them. You lost the man who thought fear or charm could bind them. The masculine arc is complete, from chasing validation to becoming the gravity others orbit. Machiavelli's truth isn't just strategy, it's survival. Loyalty isn't forced, it's woven link by link until they can't imagine life without you. Institutionalize your chains. Create rituals, codes, traditions that outlive you. Your power isn't your name. It's the world you wove, where loyalty worships your shadow long after your dust. The most unbreakable loyalty isn't devotion, it's identity. When they stop seeing it as loyalty and start seeing it as who they are, you've won. Betrayal becomes unthinkable, not because they fear you, but because it's self-destruction. Your rituals become their altar, your codes, their scripture. This is the final victory, a legacy that doesn't bend. Have you walked this fire, felt the sting of betrayal, and turned it into strength? Tell us below, so no man feels he's breaking alone. This is Philosoul's call. Face the pain, forge. The chains build a world where loyalty is inevitable. If this truth shook something awake in you, share it, not for the algorithm, but for the soul still asleep. What chains have you worn, mistaking them for love? What mirrors have you chased, only to find they reflected someone else's power? This is Philosoul, where illusions end, and the man you were meant to be begins.
Thank you for watching. Walk your path with quiet strength.